aikoye atayita sikitesa oyasokera nansana era yali mukazi wa Damasiko sesa samanya kyabawula ate nasanga baketwinizi nga bamukola yagenda kone wakupipulayi naye omuzungu yamugoba walayi bamulabako ekosoko nga pepeyane ediboyi wekosoko weyaveeyo yatomera laneke kuba yawulira kyali yakolamu ebisa anyumirwa byanzikiza tayagala musana ayagala kizikiza ayagala balokole omukwano gw'abalokole ayagala balokole kirabike yamutuma balokole kigasa ki okulya enseno nofiirwa omwoyo gwo ebintu by'enseno bikwawo tebikujja katonda kwoye wandiba nga tolina kayumba nga tolina kamotoka nga tolina kasente ebintu bya mukama byamusana biba byalaali ono yakuza namputu sitani amusibe katuntu omwana oyo laba omwana w'omuntu yakola bireta kanzunzu enakyalako ewuwe ekiro namusanga munzikiza yaŋŋamba takolagana namusana kuba ye yakola nakizikiza okuteekako ettaala namawe musiwo kumumba ng'ali mukabadaawo wenatiramu yatumibwa malogoloka ayagala byanzikiza ayagala byanzikiza atumirwa byanzikiza tayagala musana ayagala kizikiza ayagala balokole omukwano gw'abalokole ayagala balokole kirabike yamutuma balokole ayagala byanzikiza ayagala byanzikiza anyumirwa byanzikiza tayagala musana ayagala kizikiza ayagala balokole omukwano gw'abalokole ayagala balokole kirabike yamutuma ayagala balokole omukwano gw'abalokole ayagala balokole kirabike yamutuma balokole ayagala byanzikiza ayagala byanzikiza anyumirwa byanzikiza tayagala musana ayagala kizikiza ayagala balokole omukwano gw'abalokole.
Yeah, coming out from Titus Kutesa. Ayagala Byanzikiza is the name of the song. Yes, I want to welcome you to the last hour of this show. And you're still watching the Youth Hub. And my name is Ali Patrick. You can call me the Drip Sensei, man. Yeah. Buli atadeko sheno, you guys are doing a great job. Mulaba she chasinzo kubereya kabi around town. Tuchaza abavubuka. Tukwasaganye ensonga. We interact with you guys. You give us your opinions and all that kind of stuff. So today you guys are doing a great job if you're tuned in right about now, man. And I have these guys very energetic, very young and talented. Banyumye kwegamba, like just say it. But today we have a very amazing discussion in the house. And but before I do that, I have some people. DJ Emma is tuned in right about now. Okay. Regan, thank you for watching. And then lots of people are watching right about now. And then I had someone who sent me a message. Okay, yo, bro, it's Solomon Mida. I'm tuned in and enjoying the show right about now. You guys are doing a great job. But today we have an amazing topic, and it's more of freestyle, more of funny, entertaining, nothing much serious, but you guys can, you know, stay tuned in to be. Today we want to talk about high school jazz. Like, we're going to talk about every moment in high school. Name it. Is it prom party? Is it expulsions? And much happening in high school. And with me, I have these guys. And these guys together to discussing everything right about now. I want to introduce them to you. I'm going to start with I'll start with the guy on my right.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm called Bagoti Johnny, aka Bagzi Pro. Yeah, studied from St. Julian Gayaza. Yeah, I think that's nice for an introduction.
Okay, all right. The lady next to me.
Hello guys, nice to see all of you. Munira Spring Genesis, Midland High School. Greetings to you all.
As they've told you their schools and all that. So, for starters, let's start with some of the moments that you've enjoyed in high school. What are some of those moments where you're done? Tell us. What are some of those moments you've enjoyed in high school?
Let me say, number one.
Mm.
Let me say when they give you, let me say a pass out. Yeah, the day you got your pass out, you know how you feel like you're going back home and the rest are staying in school. Let me talk about also the dance parts. You know, they're also enjoying.
You like parties, eh?
Party.
Let's talk about what usually happens during high school parties. Those things of squeezing, doing what? Because today it's all about high school jazz. Like, you guys shouldn't be scared of saying anything. Tell us what happens, what's your experience. You know, sometimes we find people, okay, like most of them, the girls, don't like those things of squeezing in, you know, in high school parties. So you guys are going to be telling me. You want to tell me you've never done that before?
No, like they too like it. They know that they don't like it.
They like it. Catherine, what you say about that?
Actually, not all girls like it.
What's your personal opinion?
For me, I don't.
You don't?
I
Why?
don't.
5 reasons.
I can't give 5 reasons, but
Okay.
actually, I don't feel comfortable.
Mm.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't know why you need to do it. Because some guys do it for fun.
It's just for fun, of course.
Yes, I know it's for fun. But to girls, most time it's not for fun.
Hey, it's for what? Eh?
Actually, okay, like, it's
Spill.
not that good.
but though at times you find if boys are less, guys, I mean, like, let me say girls hunt for the boys at times.
Okay. Anyway, yes, Jude, what do you have to say about this? Do you enjoy parties?
Yeah, I do enjoy parties, but I don't normally party. So I think, okay, the best thing about parties is maybe meeting new people.
New people.
Yeah, getting to know, like, getting new contacts, stuff like that.
So you're more of that silent guy who goes ahead to pick up, like, those digits from those people you meet at parties, and then later on you start, you know. You're not so practical when it comes to, you know, real life, and, you know, you're in when you're there physically, but you like doing the
Yeah, sort of.
So you're good at social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us about your experience in high school. What are some of those moments that you want to cherish in high school?
Yeah, I think my best moments in high school, that's when like we committed a crime. And,
what was that?
Like, okay, something like tapping girls' bands, something like that.
Hey, okay, you're a hard guy. How do you come up with such ideas? Were you even the whatever?
No, I wasn't the ringleader, but my homie was like, let's see the hardy guy. So he goes for a Form 6 girl. He actually taps the girl's bum, and we're like in a group. So she saw all of us, and she had to report actually. And we were taken on assembly. We had to apologize.
How do you feel when you're at the assembly and they're like, these are the bad guys, yo? You know, there's a way you feel like, you know what, you're the bad guy. But then later on, when you're going back home alone,
no.
That's when you get to realize, you know what, man, I'm screwed.
Actually, the good part of it, the school I was at, that was Our Lady of Good Counsel, and my uncle was the chaplain, so they never expelled us, but we were given some, like, a punishment. Let me say, we went to the garden to dig, and when we went there, we never did anything. We just played around.
And you know,
and that, I think that was my, like, the best moment, because we were like, we never had lessons.
Well, you seem to be a cool guy, not a guy who is so much into such kind of stuff.
No, actually, that was my, like, in my old days. When I was too stubborn, but.
And nowadays you come.
Yeah.
What made you, like, chill out from all that kind of?
I think by the time I joined Form 3, I saw I had
you
to
realize,
grow up.
Yeah.
So
some people take long. By the way, sometimes they tend to, you know, wake up. That's when they're going in for maybe their final exams in Form 4.
Actually, I had begun flopping with my exams by Form 2, though I was promoted. But I saw the one in the good grades I should be taking back home.
Who talked to you? Your mom, your dad?
I think I talk to myself.
Really?
No. Yeah. 'Cause
Anyway, that's it. Today I've told you we're just having a high school jazz. Anything concerning high school is what we're talking about today. So you guys can keep yourselves involved by sending a WhatsApp message on the WhatsApp number that's going to be on your screen, and then later on you'll be able to call in and talk to us. Tell us some of those crimes you committed in school. What are some of those moments? We're going to talk about dating in high school. We're going to talk about every single thing that happens in high school. Yeah, I have this this question about how most of the times when we're in high school we tend to be like so cool. Smile for me, I don't eat posho in high school. Smile what? I don't do CP. I don't do. Let's talk about that. I've never done that before.
Yeah, possibly. Of course, that has to happen. And to a person like me, of course, that's a must. But you know, at times in school, that there are tough times. You know, when you just go to school, you're rich and all that stuff, pocket money and all that stuff. So you think in your budget, in your mind, you feel like nah, this is
it can sustain
all
you.
that stuff can sustain me. But time comes after like 3 to 4 weeks, man. The tough moment
Reality
enters, you get so like you feel like so a bro comes to you, he's like, man, let's go get posho. You look at him, you're like,
nigga,
okay,
ain't doing that.
and when you go and take the food, that's another topic to you.
I know.
You say you couldn't take that stuff.
Well, what's up? You'll be like, man, today I just feel like, doing some,
Yeah, I just want to make you guys happy. I didn't want you to feel left out.
What about you? And mainly for the girls, it's too much. Muchisusa. You don't like doing push. You'll be like, okay, I'm on a diet, and I don't want to,
No, actually, this is whereby most girls don't like eating posho. Most of them don't want.
Do you eat posho?
Actually, for my case, sometimes.
Why?
Reason being, I don't love it so much.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of posho. Actually, even my own parents know it.
Oh,
So I just don't love it.
okay.
And sometimes most girls don't want to be on the line. You get that stuff. You get one of your friends and be like, can I sponsor you? You'll be like, oh, thank God. Should have survived going for school meals. But actually, reason as to why most students don't go for them, it's how the school does it, right? It's how the school does it. Because most schools, the diet is fine, and students will go. But if it's not, that means less students will appear.
Okay, dude.
I think I personally have encountered some moments whereby some people actually think like they pretend to be cool, the cool kids who don't want to eat
let's talk about that.
posho actually. So
They're coming from rich families, come on.
let me say that, there are people actually every school there you will find these guys,
You
the
can be on the
hustlers.
same level,
Yeah, they want to act cool, they don't eat posho, but in actual sense they go buy something like less at tin and they go back to the ends like where they eat from, let me say the boys, then they begin tapping posho from other guys.
Yeah, by the way, let's talk about that. It's not cool. When they come out, they be like, what, we don't do that. And then when they go to the dorms and, the DH, they be like, what, man, bruh. That's
Yeah.
that piece won't hurt.
Holding my toe.
Yeah.
I have a friend actually, I won't mention the name, but like we're going for food.
Yeah.
We're going for food. So we're moving to get food. He saw girls coming. He actually had to throw his container in the flowers. And I was like, what the fuck? So he just matched to tin. I don't know where he got the money from, but all I know, he never had the money for that.
Sponsored.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sponsored.
Yeah, so I think guys should eat food at school because
So for you, you do the posho.
I actually don't like food at school because it's not good at times. Sometimes they don't cook it properly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I end up going to tin, but I'm not that guy
who is always bragging around.
who's
I
bragging
don't do
around,
that.
yeah.
You know what? It's known for cool people.
Yeah. And there are groups actually. There are these boys who go to school, make up groups, and in the group you may find maybe they have a don, one don.
Yeah.
So they will all act dons. They will all want to be known.
But they just have that single friend
Yeah,
of theirs.
they have that single friend whereby they will use his money,
Yeah.
and they will like put something less.
Yeah.
And
Their
when-
contribution is usually.
It's like, it's not, let me say, they come, get a guy, like he has money,
They befriend
yeah,
him.
they befriend him, and you know there are also guys who have money and they know they have, so they want to show they have, and they will have to sponsor guys, like so that they are known.
And these guys are just like followers all the
Yeah.
time.
But-
Bruh, can you do for me some laundry? Yeah, you have to do the laundry.
And
Yeah,
actually-
you go get for me something from the tin, you have to go and do that.
But then that can't happen for long since you can't sponsor someone.
Wait,
and
some
every-
guys can.
That's why those are the groups you end up seeing breaking up. You see the next day this guy is not speaking to this guy. Why? I spoke to some of the groups just now, asking one, why aren't you speaking with your friend? That one was no longer giving any money, giving less money. Are you getting such stories?
I know.
But most of the times, we know this saying, birds of the same feathers
Flock together.
The rich move with the rich, the clever move with the clever.
But is it a good idea?
Yeah. Which one?
Of, rich
not.
guys being alone
It's
and
not.
doing that.
It's not because that's being segregated.
Segregative.
Amongst each other. You must learn to be together, talk with each other, know what's your problem, help out, try to help out.
Because at the end of the day, what people tend to forget is that later on, maybe you may be getting money from dad or mom, something like that. But then later on, reality is going to hit whereby we're going to be out of school.
Yeah, you're going to find that same
I'm going to have a connection somewhere.
Yes.
You will need to get something like a
A
job.
job.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how life is just
Yeah.
simple. Anyway, let's leave alone that. We talked about parties. We talked about. Let's talk about your first time in secondary school.
Actually, my first time in secondary school, I was a bit scared. I was like, oh God, high school, how is it going to be? They're going to tease me. I cried the first day.
Why?
I cried, reason being, I was seeing my mom leaving me at school.
It was your first time to
Yes.
to do boarding.
No, it wasn't my first time to do boarding, but it's my first time in high school, right? I don't know how it's going
You don't
to
know
be, new
anyone.
class.
You don't have friends.
Yes, exactly. So I was heartbroken because I saw my mom leaving me. She tried to comfort me and told me, don't worry, you're going to get new friends. I was saying like she's talking nonsense because I had no friend.
Yeah.
And how am I going to get those friends? Obviously, I had to associate with them.
They bully.
They did.
They didn't.
Actually, I was a sharp girl.
Mm.
The first time. So she laid my bed. She got some friends. She told them, be with her, connecting with the madams, like get that stuff. So I was all heartbroken because I saw her going. I stood next to the gate. I saw her going. I went back to the dormitory. I said, crying.
Like what?
Because I felt like, then
Even
after,
you felt lonely.
yeah, I felt lonely because I saw I'm going to talk to her.
That's all you were scared of, just not having
Yes.
someone to talk to.
But then later on, I got friends. I went to see the environment was cool. Students associating with others. So it was all fun.
Johnny, tell us your experience. Very hard guy, man. I don't expect you to cry.
Basically, me, I saw it cool and fun since you're getting out of primary
Yeah.
and you're entering a life where you've had stories of there are no canes and all that stuff. Going to find
We
some
went to
G guys. Surprise when I got my first sticks. I was like, yeah, even this way it's another tough hustle.
Yeah.
So that I had to take. So in that case, but though the canes are there, though it's still the good life is there. It's you to make a life, by the way. In secondary, you choose to make who you want people. You get.
Yeah.
Who do you want people to see you
So
as?
how was your experience? How did you get to know some of the friends that you met your first time?
Personally, I don't know or it's a chamo, I'm lucky, but
It's very easy to connect to.
yeah, it's very
connect
easy
with
for
people.
me since I can just approach someone and say hi. So it's that person to either say hi back or
no.
chill. And it's very hard for someone not to say hi back. So
But it's
that's
not
how I
easy.
got, yeah. Though at times the friends with me.
Anyway, Jude, feel like.
I personally, okay, I first got some problems in secondary, like, let me say, joining Form 1, like from P7, you're seeing you're the big guy.
I know.
Then
You get to this guy, you know what?
you join Form 1, you see you're actually a P1 kid, let
Yeah.
me say. Guys are big, Form 2s, Form 3s, they're seeing you as the young kids. And I, like, I had never been in boarding, so
I know.
Form 1, I saw my mom leave. My parents actually were leaving. I'm seeing guys I've already connected. I'm not that. I was not that guy of, like, up to now. I don't over associate with many people.
More of
And
intro.
yeah, so I saw guys I've already connected. They know themselves already. I'm lonely.
Yeah.
Until some homie of mine, like, okay, I never knew him. He just felt okay. He was lonely, I think.
Too.
So he saw me, he came to me, he asked me my name, introduction, something. And we talked, we became friends. So I began
Yeah,
making life like simple for me. And yeah, life moved on like that.
Okay, yeah. That's all your experience in high school. Let's talk about that moment whereby you've gone to school, you're having all the money, and then something like, okay, like 2 weeks before the VD, and you don't have any single coin on you. We're talking about the KU,
Yeah.
the KU period in high school, boarding. You have nothing, you don't have sugar, you don't have anything on you, and then you have to wait for 2 more weeks
2 more weeks to visitation.
to visitation.
Yeah. Actually, I personally, I think that you can live without the money. Actually, you can do the school food.
Are you kidding
You
me?
can, you can do the school food. Don't mind about what others will say, because they actually don't feed you. They are not your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind. Just do what took you to school. You pay school fees, right? So utilize the school fees.
And
like,
do your push.
yeah, and do push you actually. And
What about you, Kathy?
Anyway, you can mean to pray. So that those 2 weeks you can
Or
survive.
you
eh?
just do the fasting
You
to make life simple.
actually, you pray and be like, oh God, please let my mom come or my dad. Actually, this situation is not going on good for me. So you'll be in a situation whereby you know you
How
have
many times
nothing.
have you prayed and things have worked for you?
Every time.
You're lying to us.
But most of my times, the most times I pray to God, He always answers my prayers. So, what I like, you by that period of that cow period, you can mean to be down to earth. Even your friend can come to you and be like, "Can you please wash for me?" You'll be like, "Thank you, I will."
But then one thing I used to hate about such scenarios is that some people used to, you know, how can I call it? Like, they used to undermine people in some way. We had a guy who used to pay friends for them to wash for him his boxers, like 10 G's each boxer. And then later on, if this guy realizes you have a nice chick in school, and then they will get that time when, you know, people are just sitting in class, and then he will be like, bruh, he will call the homies. You know what, guys? Do you remember the time this guy washed for me my boxers? And these guys will make like some kind of joke in class, and you know that kind of embarrassment. You know, someone is talking about you.
Can do nothing.
I remember that,
Sure.
and most of the times, whenever I remember that, I'd be like, no. Sometimes you just need to just hustle your way out.
Though when that happens, only if you're short-tempered, you feel like grabbing this guy and knocking him out.
Of course.
But then to someone who's, you know,
Down to earth. Yeah.
down to earth, you sit down and just feel that pain inside you, and you have your homies just to hold you back and be like, just chill and just chill that guy. Nah.
Let's talk about dodging classes. Have you ever dodged classes before?
Yeah.
And caught in action? Preps?
No, preps. Preps classes. Certain curricular activities like when you say prayers. Yeah.
You don't like pray?
Nah, it's not like that. Like.
But you used to go to a Catholic school.
Yeah, I used to go to a
and then
Catholic
you're Christian born again, right?
Oh.
And then these guys want you to go and do the musaraba, the kagati, yet it's not your thing, so you tend to dodge.
Yeah. So, I think I was good dodging prayers with some homies of mine. Like, we were late, like, we came out of class late, and they needed us for prayers, like, by 5. We have not yet eaten food. We have to do the laundry, then bathe. So we just had to do our stuff like at our own pace. Then we had to go for food. Guys have already gone for prayers. So we got our food. We went and hid like behind the hall. So we had to eat from there. And boom, teacher passed via and he got us in the action eating. And so he had to collect all of us. Took us to the staff room. They were like, we are going home, but
they chilled.
Yeah, they chill us. And during this term, actually,
you did the same thing.
No lessons. Let me say at Seroma, they sometimes it's a Friday. You have the weekend vibes, and after during lunchtime, you're not bothered since it's just after it's just a lesson. To one lesson to you going to dorm, so you're lazy. So we go for food, we take our time, and I have I do geography. So we had geography after lunch, and they began.
What's the combination once again?
I'm doing GR.
G?
GR.
Okay.
So they cabbed some guys. So as we had to go back and hide, we were like, let's miss the lesson since it's just paper 3, who will get us something like that, and until the dose herself, she comes to our dormitory, ends, we have nowhere to hide. She gets us, takes us to class. We are worked.
So that's high school life. Everyone goes through that. What about you, Johnny? Oh, you're the good guy.
Basically, that was Form 5. I remember first term. Where I got in a group of friends, not to say that they were a bad influence.
They were. Just don't want to say it.
They were the cool guys, you know.
Okay, yeah. Most of the times you tend to call them the cool guys.
And you can't want to be fake. So you also hang out,
and then sometimes there are times whereby you want to be the cool guy and then the good guy. You want to, dodge classes and then you want to stay cool.
At times you're forced. That's how I ended up dodging almost the whole of first term lessons, none at all.
What?
But everything has an ending. So we up where we normally chill from. Probably the school has both primary and secondary besides. You get so we used to chill in the primary ends up in some block until teachers have lucky days. That was his lucky day to finally pass by. Let me pass by this place. I think he was also going to do some other funny stuff, but he found something else that could maybe possibly keep him busy. And it was us. So the next thing was admin office you get. But boys, you can't just go down just like that. It was a temporary and after there. Taking a temporary, not knowing there's a NASCAR, it was like a plan. It's like they knew that we were there, by the way.
And you've been doing it for the whole time, so
it was scatter. Oh, though you can't catch almost everyone. Of course, it's jumping over if you're skilled, Hey.
And the fact that you most of the times you're doing a passer, so
you get and by that time and by that time, trust me, I was also skilled by then. So whatever flight the guy takes, by the way, there are things we do that seem impossible, but then they get possible at that moment. I didn't have to jump. I ended up jumping the face off also. And I was lucky I wasn't caught, but the others faced it rough.
Okay.
In a rough way.
Okay, let me get to Catherine. Tell us your experience. Oh, you've been the good girl in school.
Actually, about dodging, no?
Mm.
I dodged once. I was in Form 1.
Mm.
The teacher was requesting for his work. I didn't have the
Oh,
work.
yeah, I
We
know.
were very many in our group, so I was like,
Today,
let me
let
dodge.
me chill.
And in the course of dodging, going to the lib section, because we couldn't go back to the door. But going back to the lib section, I found the doors. So the doors told us, where are you going? Don't you have lessons? So now you're doing your own combinations. You dropped chemistry. Oh God. He called us, he worked us from that day.
You chill dodging.
I chilled dodging, and I was like, God, it must
Oh,
be the
yeah.
end of everything
I know,
dodging,
you
because
guys
I
want
know
to
I was.
be- Most of the times, girls, to get a girl who usually does such kind of stuff, Babiranga, you know. But anyway, we just enjoying the show, and I have people who are sending me messages, and people are just enjoying. Someone says this is still Solomon Mida. He says, "Yo, Patrick, you guys make some remarks on getting hot chicks and dodging classes, and also getting subjects that you like. Those were stuff that made me so eager to join high school. But when I got there, things were different." Okay, we're going to be handling that. Let me see. You can still go ahead and send messages on the WhatsApp number on your screen. Still, this one, this is Drally George, enjoying the show. Okay, thanks. DJ MI on. You guys are doing a great job. Yeah, so right about now, I want my producer to give me the phone number to be on the screen. Meanwhile, as we, you know, talk about this high school jazz, so that you guys can also stay looped together with us. So, producer Ndegabering on Tidayo, the phone number on your screen. Meanwhile, let's talk about fashion in school. You know, we all have this